Lobster Magnet. Lobster's a 10 I told you grab it. Welcome to Lobster Magnet's Review, the channel to review. We are here on this July 4th weekend. And random question, Zavule, do you have work tomorrow, or are you like taking off for July 4th?
No, I get off. Well, actually, I took off, so I took paid vacation.
So you have a 4-day weekend?
Yeah.
I thought it's just Tuesday that people get off.
Well, that's what you're supposed to, but...
Yeah, okay, so that's the day you get off. I took vacation, so, like, I accumulate paid time off. I took one, so I wouldn't have to go into work tomorrow, and I would have 4 days off. That is how that works.
Oh, that's actually smart.
It is goddamn magical is what it is.
Yeah.
Maybe I should have done that.
I'm like in that mixed feeling. So, like,
do you
right
have
now,
paid time off already?
Oh,
do they even give you paid time off? I don't know if you get that kind of benefits. Like,
I mean,
you haven't been working at your store for that long.
Then I don't know. I have to figure that out. He said, like, give a week in advance, like if you want to get time off or something.
I'll be honest. The way retail usually works, or stocking usually works, shit like that. Just trust me, I've done it. That's not paid time off, man.
All right.
It's time off, but
it's just like scheduled non-work time.
Speaking of fireworks, how about this chapter of One Piece?
Great transition from talking about dull, horrible work to the wonderful, magical adventure of One Piece that we all use to escape the drudgery and disappointment of our daily lives. So this chapter was a nice little fun chapter where basically we got to see them have to try and deal with the consequences of the action of running into Big Father, and shit's not looking good. Big Mom is beating the hell out of Bege, but Bege is like, still like Bege.
And he sort of like confirmed the idea that he's sticking it out for his crew because he's like such an honorable guy in that respect, and only that respect. But he doesn't care about the Straw Hat crew so much.
Well, yeah, I mean, no shit. He's a fucking pirate. I kind of like, unless you're the Straw Hats, that's pretty well given. Or I guess Law, because he's Jesus Christ. Are they rubbing off on him? But I mean, that is a goddamn stand-up guy right there. He even loves his wife and child, even though they were like foisted upon him. He's like, he is like obviously he's a
oh, you're breaking up.
He's a family man.
Your audio's kind of breaking up there, Scott.
Internet work. Oh wait,
internet. Hello?
How's that?
Okay.
Hello.
I can hear you.
Yeah, he's a fucking family man first and foremost, and god damn is he awesome. Like, I kind of, like, came into this expecting to, like, really dislike him, but Jesus Christ, Oda can work his magic on fucking anyone.
Yeah, I'm kind of amazed how much Bege's stock has risen in, like, the One Piece lore, like, going from, like, completely, kind of generic to completely, unlikable to, like, a man of his word and integrity who, like, is willing to, like, still, like, fight to preserve the wife and son that he has. He's loyal to his crew.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking amazing. I did not expect that kind of loyalty to his, like, castle full of mooks, but holy shit. Like, I just always assumed they were expendable, but I guess not, and that's fucking amazing.
It's like like the mafia mentality. It's like, we're all family, we gotta stick together with family.
Jesus
Christ,
and
his crew is easily like the mookiest of all mooks in One Piece right now.
Yeah.
And his two signature
I mean, I wonder
guys
how many times he like. Sorry, say again.
The two signature guys he has that are like his lieutenants are like, the tongue guy. I'm Vito. Look at my tongue. And then there's like the guy with like the chain gun on his hand. So, he's not rocking with like the best quality of underlings, even if they, seem competent as far as mooks go in One Piece.
Yeah, I have to say it's basically like the equivalent of like floating around with like a couple ships full of Marines with you.
Well, he uses them a lot better than the Marines do, because like the Marines just like they charge at people with like the swords, which are fucking useless, and their flintlock pistols, which are even more useless.
Yeah, I have to wonder at some point, like, okay, like, obviously promoting people in the One Piece Marine world is based on how hard you can punch somebody. Did they like ever actually like give any thought to like whether or not someone would make a good administrator, or like whether or not they actually know how to use tactics? Like, is there like a One Piece Marines officers school where they actually teach them like military theory, or it's just like, hey, that weird guy who dresses in like a dog hat and like falls asleep and eats donuts, he can hit people real good. Maybe we should promote him.
That would be an interesting little story to follow.
I like that guy's hat. We should promote him to Admiral.
Hey, that smarmy asshole ate a really powerful devil fruit. Admiral
material, number 1. Yeah, that does seem to be the most of it. And then the rest of it, just, all right, this is what you use your standard issue flintlock pistol, yell and charge, it's going to work out, don't worry.
We just need you to distract everyone so that Smoker can get in position, like 3 panels to the left. And make a cool intro.
Oh, the one thing I love is how like the 6 powers is like been the like consistent Marine like power system for like the upper tier Marines.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
The Rishinki, remember the CP9 Kung Fu system that like we see all the upper tier Marines use?
Oh yeah.
I
haven't seen any of the admirals use those yet.
Because they don't fucking need it.
I mean, they got hockey, but they could use that in combination with hockey, right?
I guess. Like, at a certain point, when you have the ability to, like, turn into light and, like, fire laser beams at people, the ability to, like, bounce up and down really hard doesn't quite cut it.
Yeah.
When you can just, like, teleport yourself places.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It seemed it would be kind of cool. Like, what if randomly the lava guy goes like Tekai, and he like hardens and nothing can punch through him.
Alright, I'll give you that it would be badass to see Kobe end up using it, because he has no like special fucking devil fruit powers.
Yeah, they already seen Kobe actually
it'd be
use
like
some
Silver's
of it.
Riley. And his hockey-only abilities, which I always thought was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Anyway, so...
Back to this chapter.
Let's try and laser in on here, because that's really our strong suit.
Whatchamacallit? So Capone is a stand-up guy. He's like gone up immensely in stock in this thing. Big Mom is. It's interesting in the sense that like we've had a lot of really interesting gray morality in the sense that like the Vinspokes are very bad guys. They're kind of getting redeemed. Not really.
No, they're not.
No, they're not really. They're still assholes. Capone is not made to be out to be a good guy. Big Mom's backstory is basically filled with villains and it doesn't really make you sympathize with her, but makes you understand her a little bit better.
It just makes me wish somebody had like a sea stone like billy club or something, and every once in a while just whacked her on the head to keep her from eating children or something.
I still want to see an alternate future where, like, Big Mom's just this admiral who the Marine will occasionally let her eat other Marines just because, that it's the only thing they can do to keep her contrling, and she's, like, such a force.
The way it would work is, like, I need this food. Those pirates over there, they totally have it. Okay, everyone just clear out of the way and just ignore the screaming. She is the Buster Call.
She's the Buster Call.
There you go. She would be the Buster Call.
She's the Buster Call. They just like airdrop her somewhere and tell her like they've like hidden a cache of like flan somewhere and watch what happens from like 300 miles away.
Oh my god. I kid just imagine airdropping Big Mom like on an island and just like people running away and screaming in horror.
It's like she just like bull charges through a village screaming, "Brulee!"
creme brulee, creme brulee. With her just like incredible rage.
It's kind of like load her back on the boat.
The other big cathartic moment where like, yeah.
God,
that brings me to,
what cathartic
I have
moment?
to say though, O'Hara would be like way less like of an emotional moment if that was the case, though.
What would be less of an emotional
O'Hara,
the O'Hara
Robin's
incident.
Backstory. If the Buster call was just like this crazy like 18-foot-old woman just like eating everything.
Well, then the anger would have been directed towards like an actual person and not just like a random big ass fleet of Marines.
Well, and the world government as an organization is an entity.
Yeah. Anyway, so the Vinsmokes.
Yeah, that was what I was about to bring up. The Vinsmokes had a very interesting cathartic moment where, sadly, we're not going to get to see Sanji kick all of their asses as much as I, wanted that earlier on in this arc. But, we got the second close thing. They're like, the judge is like forced to like subjugate it. And he's like, the only reason I let you alive. That was like a really good moment of Sanji, where he's like, is so I could like look at the man in the eye, my real father in the eyes, and be a man that that he could still respect.
Yeah, I saw like a little meme thing that was going around that was referencing Guardians of the Galaxy 2. That was like Vinsmoke is like, he may be your father, but he ain't your daddy.
Wouldn't it be crazy if Oda actually did take that as a reference for this chapter? I mean,
I don't think he'd have enough time to like actually go see Guardians of the Galaxy. Well, maybe he does with his like breaks, but
I don't know.
I'm sure he likes to see movies like during his breaks, but yeah, it'd be hard for someone like him. He's really hard-working mangaka.
Yeah, he's always like it. But it was definitely like a big cathartic moment. It was like Sanji's big "fuck you" moment, and then Judge is like, what was his line? His tsundere logic, like I won't be indebted to a failure or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, at that point, it's basically like. At that point, I think it's just like, I'm not even sure it's tsundere, but it is basically just them going like, well, they're better than us. I suppose we should go outside and die honorably rather than admit that Sanji can kick a hole in my head.
Which also brings another interesting question. So what do you guys think of the escape plan? We waited like a week and a half or something to get that escape plan. It's not a great plan. It seems like it's one that was cocked up in desperation.
Absolutely. It's just a really fucking desperate plan right now.
Oh, this is just going to be a shit show. It's going to be an absolute fucking shit show.
Well, now we're going to get like, the Vinsmokes versus the entire fucking, Charlotte family plus Big Mom. And then Luffy's going out there and Sanji is. So I wonder how Oda's going to play this off. I feel like we're not going to get like individual one-on-one fights, but we're going to get like maybe something similar. Like, you remember that moment in Eni's lobby?
When they're fighting each of the commanders, or...
Well, yeah. It's like towards the end of the arc. They're like... whatchamacallit? They're all those. Luffy basically beat Lucy, but they're all like stuck on this pillar. They have no escape, and then like 200 Marine captains come.
Yeah, it's just gonna. Yeah, I just kind of imagine this being like a 4 or 5 chapter long unholy clusterfuck where they just like try and not even win, but just like scramble out the door.
Yeah, I think like Luffy's like big thing is like maybe he'll go Gear 4 and he'll punch Big Mom and he won't like defeat her, but he'll like get a nick in, and that'll be like his sort of like sign of growth for the chapter. That like obviously I don't want him beating Big Mom. Feels like it's too soon for him to be a Yanko, given the fact that like it took like fucking 30 chapters to defeat Dolph Flamingo. That feels like too big of a jump. But he should get a scratch off and and then he can go in one of his like. I love how Luffy 90% of Luffy's training montages are just like never really shown. You just assume he's like just sitting around eating meat and he's like, I should try this, and then he just does it. Yeah.
I mean, I have to admit, like most of I feel like most of his training montages are just him trying the dumbest shit he can think of until something sticks.
That's pretty much it. Yeah. He just keeps on doing really, really stupid shit.
I would like a chapter just to show that, like Luffy actually doing a training montage. Like, this doesn't work. Maybe if I stretch my legs and I'll go really, really fast for some reason.
Like, I kind of want to see the training montage and the rest of the Straw Hats just getting fed up with it.
This is completely pointless.
Like 3 chapters of him trying to cram his hand into his arm. And everyone's kind of sitting around staring at him while he does this.
I'm telling you, it's gonna be like a laser beam. It's gonna be a gum laser beam, and just stop, Luffy, man.
And then he gets it and puts a hole through a wall, and just Frankie and whoever's on the other side just kick the shit out of him.
Yeah. That'd be great. Just have maybe just a one good silly chapter like that.
I would
just a random dumb flashback of
material rather than this standard generic oh no, this poor child needs help. Give us a good 5 episodes about Luffy trying the dumbest shit he can think of to try and create his new power up.
Yeah. I would honestly love to see that, because the only closest thing we got was a few scenes alluded to with Silver's Riley. I would love to see how the process of Gomo UFO. And all the other dumb shit he comes up with.
Yeah. So
yeah, I think it shouldn't happen until much later on, but But
it would be fun. It would be a good one chapter thing. So what do you guys want to rate this? Since Scott has to go make food.
Yeah, I gotta go cook for the fiance and my roommate.
I'd say 8.0. 8.0 for me. Because it was definitely a good chapter with good emotional moments, but obviously we're kind of and I'm amazed how well paced these are. It definitely feels things are moving swiftly. Oda's not dillying too much. But there's a part of me that's okay, let's see what the Vinsmokes do. I want to see them how well they actually match up against the Charlotte family, because we're still not quite sure where they fall on the One Piece power scale.
Yeah.
I'll give this a 9. I think I like that moment
really
between Sanji and his father. I think that was a good little payoff. Is Sanji is being the better man because he wants to be the better man for Zeph, his sort of surrogate father.
Yeah. I did really love that, though, the idea that Sanji's such a man of integrity, and it makes his his chivalry seem a little bit better than this kind of quasi sexist undertones it has. The idea that this is the standard I need to live, so I can look at this person in the eye and know that I haven't compromised my values.
Yeah. I just split the difference. Give it. Go ahead.
And it's definitely nice to see in the sense that you guys are a piece of shit, but it's even shittier to be the person who betrays their own blood.
All right, I'm gonna split the difference. Give it 8.5, and basically because this was a setup chapter, but I'm really looking forward to the payoff here, because you're right. This plan seems like a just exercise in panic and desperation, and I'm looking forward to the frantic, balls out crazy 4 or 5 chapters of them just trying to scramble the fuck away from this in one piece, while Luffy and Sanji just go batshit crazy and try and outdo the Vinsmoke. So I'm really looking forward to this. It had a lot of really good moments, and I think it's setting up for something really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely hope we get like a desperate moment where we see like the Straw Hats kind of like being pushed. I don't want this to be an easy fight. I want Luffy. Like I love that moment where Luffy was fighting against Big Mom's army, and you just got the wonderful sense that he was being overwhelmed as like the more power players that he can handle.
Yeah.
And there's that scene where he's like still holding on to the space, and then the guy just like slams him in the head to like drag him.
Yeah.
Like, not that desperate, but I do want a sense of that Enies lobby where it's like, God, I hated it in the anime when they did that moment because they made it more like, oh my God, the Straw Hats are beating up all the Marines so easily versus like in the manga where it felt like more desperate in my mental picture, my head canon. I just had this like desperate music, it was like this orchestra going. It was like, bum, 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 bum.
Jesus Christ.
I
need you to never do that again.
Yeah, during Enies lobby, when they're like stuck on that little pillar and they're being surrounded by like 200 captains, and they're like, oh God, we can't survive. It's just too much. We're being overwhelmed. We're fighting as hard as we can. Zoro's losing his sword. Frankie's trying to do his best. What are we going to do? We're not going to make it. Luffy's dead. Oh my God. And then the Going Merry comes. I want that kind of desperation as they like try and like get out.
Yeah, that would be about the right tone to go for. Is just absolute panic desperation as they just try and like launch themselves out a window or something.
Yeah. They need to get a few licks in, but they should not be like dominating the fight.
No,
obviously, like Big Mom's crew's been set up well enough to be like a threat.
Yeah, this needs to be a fighting retreat, and like a really cool one, but it needs to be a fighting retreat.
I feel like it would really, really end well if like one of the characters like makes a huge sacrifice just so they can get away. Like Jinbei.
Judge is the one. No, Jinbei's not going to die.
No, I think Jinbei he has the potential to die because like he wanted to join the crew right then and there. And it'd be kind of be like a kind of short, bittersweet end for Jinbei. Just be like, okay.
Judge is going to go before Jinbei.
You think?
Judge like makes more sense to me than Jinbei.
All right, maybe both of them.
Yeah, I could see both of them.
If Oda had that kind of balls, I'd be very impressed. But Oda doesn't like killing people.
Like honestly, who I could see dying is Clown Caesar, because man, oh man, are they just
no man, Scott?
That?
He can't die. One, he's their ticket out of there. Two, he's obviously the parallel for Buggy the Clown in the New World, and we're gonna, Oda's gonna have to do that Buggy the Clown, Caesar the Clown team up, meet up in like the final arc, where they're both just like kind of cowering in the field while everyone thinks they're kind of awesome. There's no way we're not getting a clown meetup.
Okay.
All right, I could see that happening, actually.
And besides,
I still love the fact that Buggy's magical supreme superpower is the one thing an admiral should actually be good at.
Having connections.
Like, having connections and being good at managing people. Like, he's actually the closest to an admiral we've actually seen, and he's actually good at maintaining and controlling his forces, even if he's not the most powerful person on the field. He knows what to do with everyone.
Yeah, I will give him that. And, like, they've told us, like, he's really successful right now. He's, like, the pirate hunting guy. He's got, like, getting treasure. Buggy is having a very good time. Shit is going well for both. All right, so Scott, go make your food. Thank you for joining us. We'll do the shilling without you. As always,
I can stick around for the shilling.
All right, guys. So now it is time for me to sell you a product. So just like the last video, it is Audible. The Audible logo that you were seeing up there, down there. Go to Audible. 30-day free trial. You can go listen to audiobooks. And now, you know what they also have? They get, like, Audible is so pimp because they're run by Jeff Bezos, who has, like, $1 billion company, and he's, like, a, super mega hyper billionaire, and he's so fucking rich, he's going to probably own everything. The world, the U.S. country, we will not be the United States of America. It will be the United States of Amazon in 30 years from now. Think about it. He just bought Whole Foods. He'll probably buy the U.S. Postal Service. He's just going to buy everything. He's going to buy everything, and it's going to be the United States of Amazon, and he's going to buy all the telecommunication companies, and there's nothing we can do about it. So we just embrace our Amazon overlords right now by getting Audible, because in the future, we won't read. We will only have Audible subscriptions to have our books read to us by Benedict Cumberbatch. That's what's going to happen. Benedict Cumberbatch is going to read all your textbooks. So why fight it? Enjoy the future. Audible, 30 days. Sign up. You can try and resist it and not pay for it after 30 days. It helps me out either way. But it should help me out. I don't know for sure the specifics, but hopefully, as soon as you sign up, it'll help me out. And then you can say, stick it to the man. Fuck you, Jeff Bezos. And then, not sign up. But, I'm telling you, it's going to be the United States of Amazon. You can't fight it. It's happening. So,
Jesus Christ.
Get to learn the dulcet tones of what you call
sounds like a fucking terrible book from the 50s I read. Jesus. I'm not shitting you either. I actually read something where people forgot how to read and were literally just listening to books.
Was that like
one of those? It wasn't even that good. It was like a 10-cent book from the 50s. One of those flip-over jobs with a story back and front.
Yeah.
I found it in a used bookstore once. It was awful.
Oh,
but yeah. So if you want to make that happen and vindicate that author posthumously, go to Audible, and that would be great.
And
support the secret police that eventually going to want to kill people.
If you want to be as cultured and refined as Sanji, you got to read Audible books. Sanji doesn't have time for stupid reading. He has to listen to audiobooks. He has to listen to the audiobook.
I just realized that would actually probably be the best way to get Luffy to read.
Yeah,
I don't know why anyone hasn't tried this yet.
Well, that brings an interesting question. Would there be Den Mushi snails that have
Mushi audiobooks?
Den Mushi audiobooks, where they just have the snail who has 10 hours, and you just you twist the snail and then it says it again.
Yes, they don't have time for reading in One Piece.
Oh yeah, you're right. The tone dials. The tone dials is how you get Audible books in fucking
One Piece. Yeah, from Skypiea.
Skypiea,
the dial.
at least. Yeah. Well, there you go.
All right. So yeah, unfortunately, we can't get you magical fucking tone dial things that you can listen to.
No,
But
we don't live in the
have
One Piece
Amazon, so suck it.
Go to the link, click it, sign up for your free trial, give it a try, and try it and listen to stuff that you like, and it's like living in the One Piece universe with tone dials.
But computers, so not really at all.
But you can pretend.
No, we can't. Okay, you know how I can pretend? One day when I have enough money and have a house, I will get one of those fucking Denden Mushi phones, and I will have a landline, especially for the fucking purpose of hearing bitty 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 bitty.
Oh, I should totally get that as a ringtone.
People by answering every goddamn call on that phone with "Welcome to the shitty restaurant."
It's good to dream. It's good to dream.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm so happy this channel's growing. Come for the, the big video essays. Stay when you have to fold laundry or cook food or do something boring for us just reflecting on manga and other shit. Oh, also, one last thing. I think at some point in the future when Rick and Morty is coming back soon, we should do episode reviews of Rick and Morty.
Yeah, totally. I'll do that. I'll definitely stick around for that.
Should bring my friend Jimmy, too. We can review it with Jimmy.
Maybe, if we can include it in the 4-person.
Yeah. All right, folks. I'm out of here.
Bye, people.
See ya.
Good night.
You gotta love shooting gun magnet. Love just a 10, I don't you grab it.